Hi there, this is Mr. Evans. This video looks at organisational design. So we're at this point here. Organisational design is the way in which the workforce of a business is arranged in terms of job roles and communication flows. This is often also referred to as organisational structure. So to break that down a little bit, it helps to be able to visualise what I'm talking about. So you may be familiar with this. This is an example of an organisational chart that shows an organisational structure or the organisational design. And you'll notice in this particular organisational structure, the organisation has been broken down by function. So you have got a managing director at the top who manages each of the functional areas that we've been talking about: finance, marketing, operations and HR. What the organisational chart shows is that this would be known as the board of directors. They're the people in charge, but the finance director has a team of 4 managers under him or her who will manage, each of them, a finance team. You'll notice that there's one person at the top, there's 4 other directors, and then in each layer there are 4 managers, each of those managing a team of 8. So, okay, it's just a structure that I've made up, but it shows that it shows who is responsible for whom within the organisation. That's one way of organising. Another way of organising might be to organise by region. So, for example, we've got Northwest and Northeast branches organised by a Northern regional manager and then a managing director at the top. And maybe in this organisation, each of these different branches would have the Northwest marketing, the Northeast marketing, the Northwest finance, etc. So there's different ways of breaking down an organisation, but the organisational chart is a visual representation of how that happens. What they show is the different job roles in an organisation. So we know from the first organisation that there are finance teams with 8 people in, each with a different job role, which you could specify in a more detailed a more detailed visual representation. It shows the organisation of different functions, so how the different functions are organised. Is the business organised by region, like in the first example? Is it organised by functional area? You can even organise by product, like Apple might probably do have a finance team directed to iPhones, a marketing team for iPhones, a marketing team for laptops, etc. So lots of different ways to organise an organisation. The organisational chart will show the chain of command, the line management roles. In other words, we had the finance director managing the marketing the finance director managing the marketing. We've got, in this organisation, you can see that the finance director manages the finance manager, who each manage a finance team. So that's the chain of command. And it also shows managerial spans of control, which is the number of people each manager is managing. And it shows official communication travel, how officially communication should travel from the top to the bottom and from the bottom to the top of an organisation. So, 2 key terms that you really need to be aware of when we're talking about organisational structures. The first one is the levels of hierarchy, which essentially refers to the number of layers of employees within the organisational structure. So you can see that this organisational structure has 4 layers in, and this one has 3. Okay, it's the different layers in there. So that's the levels of hierarchy. The span of control is the number of subordinates that a manager is in direct control of. So the finance director has 4 staff, under him or her, and then each of the finance managers has a team of 8 here. Okay, so 2 key terms there that will help you to analyse an organisation, and we'll have a look at 2 different types of organisational structure in the next video.